Disclaimer: before diving into this saga, let me emphasize, do not, under any circumstances, DM or harass any of the individuals mentioned in this video. This is just a blog game, and I absolutely do not condone such behavior. Now, with that out of the way, let's begin. As I logged into the server, the world felt different. The air was thick with tension, and I knew I was stepping into a realm full of liars, toxic players, and power-abusing admins. From the moment I caught on their shady tactics, my mission was crystal clear: expose the truth, defy expectation, and break justice to those who underestimated me and wronged me. The journey began with my loyal teammates, Shadow and Swedish. We ventured far from spawn to a secluded village, gathering resources and preparing for the battles ahead. But destiny had other plans. It wasn't long before I crossed paths with Jake, a moderator who belittles me with a smug grin, calling me the dog that barks but doesn't bite. Little did he know, he had just painted a target on his back. The day after this encounter, Swedish and I scoured the map until we found Jake's hidden base. I marked the coordinates, returned to our hideout, and loaded up with everything I had. This was a solo mission. Swedish was preoccupied, so it was just me, my gear, and the shadows of Jake's base. What happened next? Well, I'll let the footage do the talking. Emerging victorious from that battle, I discovered that Jake has been hidden something significant: sharpness 4 and protection 4 gear. A huge win, no doubt. Jack returned fully equipped with the same gear. After killing him a second time, he's claiming it was duped and demanded I burn it or I'll get banned. I lied to him about burning the loot, instead stashing the gear with Shadow and preparing a second set for myself. Soon after, I encountered another member of the enemy faction who didn't even bother to defend himself. It was an easy kill. Back at our base, we focused on grinding and straightening our gear, but trouble was brewing. I noticed bedrock being placed around Shadow, courtesy of Thorn, the admin and our sworn enemy. He claimed it was all in good fun, but I wasn't buying it. Then, with unbelievable speed and luck, they found our base. Chaos erupted as they stormed in. I logged in on to see the whole enemy team attacking and barely escaped with half a heart by logging out as soon as possible, and finally using the teleport command just in time. When I returned, our base was in ruin. Griefed, villagers slaughtered, and block destroyed. Despite the server's rules against griefing, the staff back at team had no calls about breaking them, while I got a warning for a mere combat log. To make matters worse, Shadow, the very person I trusted, betrayed us, joining the enemy under the guise of manipulation and violence. But I saw right through it. He was nothing more than a pawn, manipulated into turning against us. It wasn't a big blow to my plan. I still had Swedish, my true comrade, and we relocated to a distant village near the world border, gathering allies to fight against our common enemy. The server was now divided into two factions. On one side, there was my elite team, composed of me, Swedish, and new members like Gaunt, Scorpio, Volol, Conrad, and Gab. On the other hand, Thorn's faction, the Whites, consists of Cleve, Jack, Shadow, and Rinkus. We pushed ourselves to the limits, grinding for full netherite gear, potions, totems, and elytras. Using everything at our disposal, including X-ray and the seed cracker, we prepared for the ultimate showdown. But first, we had to find their base. We tried everything, convincing Shadow to teleport to us under the pretense of giving him a gift, manipulating Thorn and Clef for coordinates, and even scouring entire quadrants. But they were elusive. Eventually, we tracked down Jack's old base, which was loaded with 15 netherite upgrades, clearly duped. Jack's claims of hard work were laughable. I began searching through his chest when suddenly my internet began to crash, leaving me vulnerable. As I relog on after the crash, I saw Jack and Clef dropping me. I managed to teleport to my home, but the battle wasn't over. I was forced to TP back or I'll get a warning for combat logging. The server's BIOS became clear as it previously got a warning for combat logging, while their teleported away my mid-fight against Swedish got them off scot-free. After that, things calmed down, a false peace before the storm. Everyone was farming, preparing for the next big conflict. But when I encountered Cleve in the nether, I knew it was time for payback. I ambushed Cleve and he fled away with an elytra. But the real price was Shadow, the traitor. After a tense chase, I finally caught up to him and claimed my revenge. The loot was incredible and I handed it over to Gab, one of our newer recruits. Behind the scene, Gab and I were planning something big, something that would shake the server to its core. We divided the plan to chunk ban the entire enemy team, effectively removing them from the server for good. The admin abuse had gone too far, killing our members, finding our base through illegal means, giving their team items from creative mode, spying on our private messages, and then accusing us of hacking without proof. Our base wasn't compromised by skill or strategy, but because Clef teleported to me by accident. And without warning, our whole team was banned. Even Gaunt, who was also an admin, was kicked from the server. The power-tripping admins had finally shown their true colors, but that wasn't the end. Words got out that the Lunar SMP's Discord and Minecraft server were deleted after Thorn lost control in a fit of rage. And that, my friends, is how we fought, resisted, and ultimately exposed the corruption that led to the downfall of the Lunar SMP. And that the fact that their goal was having all the servers head, I was still standing alive. I did not die honest to them and didn't give up, accomplishing my goal of dominating this server and taking down this SMP. This may be just a game, but it's a reminder that even in virtual worlds, truth and justice matter. Thanks for watching. Peace out.